Welcome to this instructional video on how to replace the solenoid valve assembly on the Rhythm Healthcare LM5BA stationary oxygen concentrator. Let's get started. Items you'll need. Number 1. Phillips screwdriver, tweezers, diagonal pliers, 3mm hex key, replacement cable ties, solenoid valve assembly, LM5BA-SV. First, ensure the unit is unplugged from the AC outlet. Remove the humidifier bottle to avoid damage, since the unit will need to be placed face down for servicing. Next, remove the intake filter from the rear panel. Lift out on the locking tab and remove the rear panel. Then remove the inlet filter by lifting on the unattached end, pulling it outward. Place the unit face down on a work table, using a mat or cardboard underneath to prevent scratching the case. Using a Phillips screwdriver, remove the 3 screws from the handle, followed by the 4 screws in the corners. Push the inlet filter receptacle inward to allow the case to be removed. Gently separate the clamshell covers several inches to gain access to the AC power cord. Press the locking tab on the AC power cable connector, then pull to release. You can now open and position the 2 covers next to each other. It's helpful to position the rear cover upright due to the transfill port line. Using a Phillips screwdriver, loosen the hose clamp on the air inlet braided tubing connected to the solenoid valve assembly, then disconnect it. With diagonal pliers, cut the cable tie on the nitrogen discharge braided tubing and disconnect the tubing. Disconnect the solenoid valve harness from the PCB. Using 3mm hex key, loosen the 4 screws holding the solenoid valve and remove by dropping the valve assembly below the sieve beds. Install new solenoid valve assembly using the same hardware. Reconnect the nitrogen discharge tubing to the solenoid valve assembly and secure with a cable tie. Reconnect the air inlet tubing to the solenoid valve assembly and secure with hose clamp. Reconnect the solenoid valve harness to the PCB. To close the case, position the rear cover by aligning it with the front cover at the top handle, then along the side handles, leaving the bottom open for access to the AC power cord connector. Reconnect the AC power cord, ensuring the connectors are securely latched together. Ensure the AC power cord is tucked inside to avoid pinching, then close the case. Install the 4 screws in the corners of the case. Then the 3 in the handle. Reinstall the inlet filter, rear panel, and intake filter. Finally, reinstall the humidifier bottle. Thank you for viewing.